Hello and welcome back to our channel. Right behind me is a Ford Mustang. It's a 2.3 EcoBoost, but it's no other ordinary Ford Mustang 2.3 EcoBoost. It's our Ford Mustang EcoBoost. What the fuck? Well, to be honest, I don't really know why we got one.
No. Let me just explain why we got a 2.3 litre Mustang EcoBoost. Now, I know in every single way, this car is just completely wrong. It's not the idea of what a regular car guy would have. I know that everybody that gets out of one of those is that stereotypical entrepreneur that most people loathe. And for the longest time, honestly, I love this bloody thing too. But I think the Mustang is a misunderstood car, not in America, but right here in Malaysia.
You done?
Kinda.
Did you get hit in the head or something?
Now, the problem I think with Mustangs in Malaysia is the stigma that sits with the owners or the people who drive these bloody cars. But honestly, I've driven it a couple of days now, and it's actually not too bad.
It's a Mustang. A Mustang.
No. Listen, it's a Mustang. Just think about it. It's a Mustang.
It doesn't sound any better. What are you talking about?
To be honest, it's a very good looking car. You just have to think of it not as a sports car, but just as a car. The Mustang is an iconic car. It's a bit like a Defender or like a Mini. It's an icon. It's an automotive icon. Just look at it. It looks like a muscle car.
Whose MLM did you sign yourself up to?
Okay, so let me just explain why we've decided to introduce a Mustang on our channel. Okay, guys. I think it's a car that's misunderstood, like I've said earlier, and I think it deserves better attention. Truthfully, because of the bad press that the Mustang gets, over here people don't consider the Mustang as an enthusiast car, as a driver's car, and I don't think that it's a driver's car, but it's iconic nevertheless. And because of that, because of the fact that I think that it's misunderstood, it's perfect for what we want to do with it. And what we're going to do with it is, the plan is we're going to do some stuff up with the car, and then we're going to do a little road show. There's a few plans around throughout the whole year. So we're going to do a couple of road shows. We're going to see how fast this thing does on track.
In my opinion, if you really want to get a Mustang, you got to get yourself a V8. That's the American way. Fair. Because a muscle car should be a V8. This is a pony car.
In many ways, I agree. But and if it sometimes, you know, the purists will think that it's a little bit of it's blasphemy to the Mustang badge.
Yeah, exactly.
But think about it. 5-litre V8 engine will cost you something like, I think, 12,000 ringgit on road tax a year.
But that rumble though.
Yeah, but not only the fact that it'll cost you a bomb to run, because let's be honest, 97 right now is ridiculous, okay? And of course the road tax is nuts, the insurance is going to be nuts, and trust me, it doesn't drive any different. Other than the sound, I don't think it's going to drive any different, because I'm pretty sure that 2.3 litre EcoBoost turbo engine can be done up to be just as fast as the 5 litre. Okay, now that we have this is a blank canvas for us. So the idea is, of course, let's try and turn the whole stigma around and just think that maybe the Mustang can be a cool car.
You couldn't have gotten anything but a Mustang though.
Let's speak about that. That's exactly the point I'm trying to get at. 220 grand for one of these today. It's a 2016 car. It's done about 20,000 kilometers. Weirdly, it's from New Zealand actually. So usually we would think that these cars would be coming from, you know, UK or whatever. Now that the fact that, you know, Ford has opened up the market to turn it into a right-hand drive car means that they actually want to share that Mustang experience with the rest of the world. Whereas before that, I don't think they've actually bothered, because the problem is that in this part of the world, or in other parts of the world that isn't America or the US of A, nobody actually cares about a muscle car. Yeah. Right? So, and I think the only reason why Ford did a right-hand drive is because to attack Australia and the Kiwis.
Yeah, to be fair, it was the best-selling car in Germany, I think, for 2016. Yeah, exactly. The Ford Mustang.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the Ford Mustang was the best-selling car in Germany back in 2016. They're better V8s though.
It's true. They're better cars in general. But yeah, so 200 grand out there. What can you get? Golf GTI, boring. Everybody knows what the hell that is. It looks boring. It it's fast, yeah, sure, but it looks boring. It drives and it's just too good in everything that it does. This is good, but it's flawed. We know it's flawed, but those flaws make character. You know that. You like weird cars. Flaws make character. So, of course, generally people think that American muscle cars are not nice to drive, but this actually isn't that bad. Independent suspension. So after, I don't know how
50 years?
yeah, something like 50 years of American muscle cars, Ford decided that, hey, this S550 Mustang should have independent suspension. You know, the suspension should be dealing themselves on their own, none of that, you know, live axle shit. And
well, I have to say, the interior looks pretty neat though. It does remind me of the old Mustangs.
yes, so it's very iconic in this. So you can see the dashboard, the two lumps on the dashboard, and the round air conditioning vents. And I have to admit though, okay, so
I put stocks from a Focus. So.
the thing about it's Ford Moco. So the problem with the Mustang is that a lot of the things that are good about it are balanced with a lot of things that are not that great about it. So 200 grand, there isn't that many cars that you can get out there, but it's also 200 grand for a reason. Much of this interior finishing is just
Listen to that.
it's pretty crap. And the thing that I hate the most is actually the steering. So it's
Really?
like really that mix of like PVC leather kind of feel. It's none of
Leather.
that. Yeah, whatever that they want to call it. And it's really, I don't like it. So probably we might have to swap that out.
Please do.
Yeah. Okay. So bigger telltale signs on the exterior. Of course, you get a Mustang.
The
logo.
horse.
Yeah, the
rather,
horse
the stallion rather than
GT.
it. Yep.
I don't know much about this car actually. So that's again the whole idea
Because you don't care for it.
we've never bothered about it. Okay. And the boot's pretty big.
Yes.
Yep, it comes with no spare tire.
What's this though?
I'm not too sure. I'm pretty sure that's actually for, you know, those gentlemen.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think the wheels are different design, smaller.
Yeah.
They're 19s rather than 20s.
Yeah, with the multi-spoke
Yeah.
things.
But they do come with 4 ports though, so that's nice.
Although you don't get the Brembos, I think
you don't get the Brembos, but it's 4 port.
That's
And
not bad.
maybe at some point, after we upgrade this car a little bit, maybe beautify it, maybe we want to go for better set of brake kits.
Yeah.
Maybe later on. Just think about it. We car guys, I think we don't appreciate these cars enough.
You could get like a WRX STI for that money.
Look, I'm done with JDMs. Just think about it. Every other car out there that people want to talk about are all the Japanese cars. And you and I, we've both experienced a handful of them. They're great, but with the way the value is going these days,
Yeah, I give up on them as well.
I've given up. I've completely given up. And you know, people are jumping into, you know, different form of cars nowadays, and because of the stigma, nobody's actually bothered with the Mustang. But maybe potentially it might be a good car. So 2.3 litre.
Look at how much space it has.
It's designed to have a 5 litre, of course. It's got plenty of space.
It's wasted space.
Kind of. I have to admit though, the engine is quite punchy. Lacks a bit of character, I have to admit, but it's not bad.
Is this the same engine as the Focus RS?
Yes, but differently tuned, I believe. So I'm not too sure if like different turbos, maybe different heads. Different cams, perhaps.
I have to say it's clean though.
But yeah, I mean, we have a couple of plans. So first things first, the suspension needs to go. So I found that the suspension is a little bit weird.
Is it like crap?
In one way to put it, yes. So it's weird in the sense that, okay, so as you're driving along, not even fast, highway speeds, okay, the first thing that I notice is the front end is very soft. So it's floaty on the front end, but on the rear it bounces like an FD2R.
Oh,
So it just so
that's very odd though.
yeah, I know exactly. So I kind of sort of understand why this thing is kind of lively at like car meets and shit.
Please don't do that. Please don't.
Yeah, so I mean, first order of business probably will have a talk to our friends at Titan Suspension, and maybe we'll swap that out
That'd be great, yep.
for some better setup. And as a start, we're not going to do much. I don't fancy the red, but we took this unit
I
because
have to say,
we took this unit because low mileage is actually in really good condition. So probably we're going to have to do something with the outlook.
please do something a little bit dark. There's a little bit
Let's
too
see.
many
Yeah.
bright coloured Mustangs around.
Let's see how it goes, because it's a good looking car. Let's just, hide some of the glariness of it
Yeah.
all. And as with always with all cars, good set of wheels. I'm pretty sure the car will look good already.
Tees? I'm
Let's
just kidding.
see. Let's see.
It'll be cool though.
T87 the world, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but the problem with the wheels that I found out, that the offset on the Mustang is a bit weird. So the standard wheels are 9J ET45, and you generally have to go for 10 or 11Js when you upgrade, right? Slightly wider, but the offset is like 30 something, 40 maybe, because you can't go too wide, otherwise it'll be popping out the fender.
So it's a bit like the Megane RS. Where you can't-
Yeah, so but it's, at least it's 114, but the only
Oh,
problem
that's good
is,
though.
yeah, but the only problem is, of course, then if we're gonna upgrade like the big brake kits later on, then we might have a problem with that as well.
Yep,
So
yep.
that's something to consider. Look, I know you're not too keen on this thing. It's against all odds. We've got this Ford Mustang. You can't quite close it that way. You have to like
Slam
pump
it?
it out. Yeah. American. It's the
A bit crude.
everything. It's American. It needs to be simple. That's the whole. That's the
This is
American-
not simple
That's the
though.
American way. It's Yankee. It's whatever stereotypical ideas of what we think an American guy is. Cheeseburger.
This is the representation of a cheeseburger.
Yes. I know you're not too keen on the car. We're gonna have a lot of time in this, but you should take a drive, understand it a little bit, figure it out, and tell me how it goes later on in the office. Okay?
Great. It's a Mustang though, come
You're
on.
gonna like it. Trust me. Don't worry.
Why? Why do you get a Mustang?